Hey guys, so I'm so Hey guys, I am so excited to announce that Delve is now available free on Kindle Unlimited. The links are below if you'd like to check it out. Both myself and Anya are so excited to finally be able to talk about this project and share it with you guys. We have been working on Forbidden series for well over a decade, and at last we can talk about it. So I am equally excited and equally exhausted. Don't worry, this video is spoiler free. I'm gonna make other videos where I delve into the entire story. This is more just me talking about it casually, and I'm bursting at the seams to finally share it with you guys. Okay, let's delve in. So before I start, I just wanted to tell you guys that this is a mature story. I'm not sure how to strategically talk about certain things. So here are some snippets of the story. Some quotes, if you will, some things that have been censored. There's one particular word that I should probably say a lot, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to on the internet. So keeping that in mind, there is a lot of that in the story. But also this book is an age gap forbidden romance story. There are two main characters. There is 𝗦H𝗶𝗽𝗽𝗲𝗁, who goes under an alias of another name. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. And there is also 𝗦Ｈ𝗶𝗶𝗽𝗽𝗲𝗁, who ironically is a man of many names. But for this video, just a rundown, she's a witch who's undeclared, which basically means she has no magic powers that she can use. So basically she's a witch that is more or less, I don't want to say it, useless, but she's from a powerful family. So there's a lot of pressure on her to be successful, to deliver, to be good at magics and stuff like that, and she sadly is not. However, she does have the power to sense auras, which is ironically how Isaac gets her attention. He has a very unique aura which very much calls to her instantly. Zara's dealing with a lot. She has an ex situation, which not going to spoil, but here are some text conversations that you may or may not find in the book. It's a situationship, if you will, and the book very much starts with her friends and her reflecting on that. It's also Zara's birthday, so they go out, they have a good time, and lo and behold, in the club of the word of which I'm not sure I can say on the internet safely, she meets Isaac. Isaac is a very complicated character. He's very dominant, he's very well spoken, very well put together, but there is definitely like a layer cake situation with him, and even just writing him, which again I'll unpack in a different video. This is more like just an overview, an excited overview, and then I'll go more into it in other videos. But yeah, one thing that was equal part fun, equal part challenging was that he's a character that thinks a lot. Making Isaac not think all the time was part of the fun of keeping his character together and not having him have a breakdown. The other challenge with Isaac was he is very internalized, so he doesn't really express a whole damn lot, and there's a reason for that. He is a part of the rebellion, which was something else I was so excited to delve into, because they are loosely mentioned in Helena's series, Vampire Descendants. Noah mentions other political groups, one of them being the rebellion. And you also see Isaac very briefly in Vampire Origins. Again, there are characters all over the place. When you're working with vampires, they're immortal. There is a lot of wriggle room for them popping up in other places. Usually the cameos don't really affect other series. It's like, you can read the series in any order. It doesn't matter if you start over here, start with Origins, start with Vampire Descendants, it doesn't really matter where you start. As long as you start in book 1 of that series, you'll be fine. But everything does tie together, and we like to leave little breadcrumbs and just little extra pieces in every story. A lot goes into it behind the scenes. And there was one person, shout out to Catherine York, who here is her Instagram if you want to check her out, who actually picked up on a character, a very hidden character, and they were like, hey, is this character I don't want to spoil who, also the same character from this over here, this story on Wattpad. And the answer was yes. Yes, they're very well hidden, you wouldn't expect it. But yes, every single story in Tainted Blood series kind of connects in some way, whether it's a group or set in the same world or around the same sort of plot or timeline. You'll notice different characters cameo, and some are rather hidden. It's almost like a Where's Wally situation where there are other characters from other books in the background, maybe not directly referenced, and something that both myself and my co-writers very much enjoy is strategic ways of linking the stories. That's always a lot of fun, to seeing people put little bits together of the giant puzzle that we're working with. So yes, the story starts, they go to the club, a certain kind of club. Isaac is there on business, as you would. He is a gentleman, but he also quickly finds that there is a moment, again, I'm trying to talk without spoilers. So the two of them meet, the first words of which are exchanged between Isaac and Dove is this. And although Isaac is very reserved, he is not a very open character, or like he's not particularly forthcoming because of his creed, and he lives a very reserved life. He has a role, and he's very much like a man with a mission, a man on a mission. So very focused on what he has to do. But Zara is also a very driven woman, and she finds herself very attracted to Isaac. And although I'm gonna use the term stalking very loosely, because she technically doesn't stalk him, he's a hard man to stalk, but she does strategically return to the club in hopes of meeting him again after their meeting. So close to spoiling right there. Anyway, so it is not until after these two get closer that they realize just how complicated their closeness is. They realize that they're on two very different sides of a very complicated matter, and Isaac, being the leader of the rebellion, he is very much meant to put his people first, and there are a lot of rules in his role and a lot of pressure. But long story short, his best friend Gunn, who is another character that was a lot of fun converting from the original to the current published version, which I'll unpack in another video, because it's one of those things that just will take so long and I'll ramble. But yeah, Gunn, his friend, he wants to do a very complicated spell to bring back their old leader, which ironically is also their old, I want to say ex-girlfriend, but technically they're not allowed to date, so old flame, old person of whom Isaac used to with, you know? So there's complications. Basically there is new person of whom he finds himself quite attracted to, and old person who he was with for like over a century. Like he was with this woman for a very long time, and he very much holds a lot of guilt about her death and what happened, and he's in a very hard position for most of the book, which you see. So that is the rundown. This book has hot men, it has weirdness, it has cats, or a cat, it has other things of which I can't say, but yes, I am so excited to finally be able to talk about this story with you guys, and I look forward to hearing any and all feedback. So yeah, the link's below if you would like to check it out. It's free on Kindle Unlimited. Please give this video a thumbs up. We appreciate any and all support. And yeah, in the next video I will go into more detail, which again, super excited, equal part tired. Writing a book is hard actually. It's a lot of work.